Guideline B. When there are two or more interrelated conditions, such as diseases in the same ICD-CM chapter or manifestations characteristically associated with a certain disease, potentially meeting the definition of principal diagnosis, either condition may be sequenced first, unless the circumstances of the admission, the therapy provided, the tabular list, or the alphabetic index indicate otherwise. For example, the patient is admitted for shortness of breath and chest pain. Final diagnoses are myocarditis and acute on chronic diastolic heart failure. Both were treated with intravenous drugs. These two conditions are interrelated because they come from the same chapter. The circumstances of the admission don't really help because the patient was hospitalized with ill-defined symptoms, chest pain and shortness of breath, and these could belong to either conditions established later. The therapy provided was the same for both problems, and neither the tabular nor the alphabetic index will have any additional guidance for us. Because there is nothing to guide our hand, either the myocarditis or the heart failure can be sequenced first. What we have to remember though is that our choice of the principal diagnosis will have a profound effect on reimbursement for as long as it is compliant and correct, and only then we usually choose the code resulting in higher income for the facility. In this example, if myocarditis is chosen as the principal diagnosis, the final MSDRG will be 3, 14, 15 or 16, but if we choose the heart failure, the final MSDRG will become 291, 92 or 93. Without going into much detail, this one, the myocarditis, is worth more financially and should be chosen as the principal diagnosis if compliant. If you are not familiar with MSDRG assignments and how the whole thing works, please check out our previous video. The link will be up there and in the description below. Let's change this scenario a little bit and say that the myocarditis is treated with ECMO or extracorporeal membrane oxygenation. Now, because the therapy provided will differ for the two conditions, we don't have a choice in sequencing anymore. The guideline says either condition may be sequenced first unless the therapy provided indicate otherwise. If a condition is treated or examined more by more resource-intense means, we have to make sure that that condition will be assigned as the principal diagnosis so that the case can get grouped into a higher paying DRG. The expensive procedure or workup must get paid somehow. If he is admitted originally for the heart failure exacerbation and the myocarditis is only found later as a side note, then the circumstance of the admission will govern our choice and the heart failure becomes the principal diagnosis. Why? Because that was the condition originally responsible for the patient's hospitalization.